Hi guys. Okay, so I'm going to do something different after, you know, you guys voted for a little bit of a mix. We're going to do an astrological very quick. We're not going to do a lot and in-depth, okay, because there's only 1,000 subscribers. If I do in-depth, you guys are going to have 15,000 of repeat messages like happened before, right? Because I can't just make up messages for the sake of it. If my guides are focusing on one message, then that's what they want out. So this is going to be an astrological whiz through between now and the next set of readings. What to watch out for. So if you, again, if someone can put timestamp this, if you don't or can't, don't worry too much, but you're just going to have to scroll through until you get to your sign. And remember, if you watch, say, your sun sign, which is, let's say, Aries, and it doesn't resonate, check your moon or your ascendant. Or if you maybe have a stellium, check that. If you don't know what that means, don't worry too much. So yeah, let's jump in. Let's see. We're going to go with Aries first, all right? So let's see, Spirit. What is the message for Aries, please, for YouTube? The Aries, please. What is the message here? We're going to do a very quick... I might even only do... They're saying only 3 cards. Let's do 3 cards here for Aries. Show me the three significant energies for Aries. And please, Spirit. Thank you. Oh, wow. We've got a very defensive, very dynamic energy that's coming in here. You guys are protecting your... So there's one element where someone wants to or needs to protect allegiances, but there's another element here where someone is protecting their... I was going to say soul, but that isn't it. Their worth. We've got protecting treasure. Someone knows that to step out of a certain energy is going to create a problem with the storm field. The 9th of... Okay, so April the 9th could have been significant. The 4th of September could have been significant. We've also got... someone could be around 39, or this could be a house number. We've also got the number 53 as well. Someone could be around the age of 53. This could be your last 2 phone numbers, digits. Someone is acknowledging what Spirit is saying to them, but they know that when they step into this new energy, there's going to be an issue. Or they think there will. This has been a long time coming for some of you as well. Because we've got Spirit of Place as well here. And it's like that you can see here, they've got leaves growing on them. So it's like there's a bit of stagnant energy because someone has been fearful of stepping into their authentic gift, is how I want to say it. But this needs to be reviewed and analysed now and understood, because it's like Spirit are kind of pushing you a little bit here. Someone thinks that if they sit and wait on this, it's going to be easier than to kind of fight through it. Spirit is asking you not to kind of do that. This is bringing you into this new energy, this abundant energy. But it's like you have to go through a bit of turmoil first. Fear of being misunderstood. This is the problem. Someone is fearful of being misunderstood. And so they're worried about how that's going to be perceived or understood, is the way I'm seeing it. Someone is worried about how that comes across, what people are going to think of them. Is it going to be understood? What happens if it doesn't work? How am I going to do this? What should I do if it doesn't work? No one's going to understand me. It's a lot of mental thought. Okay, last card, please, for this message. You're already in that energy, but your mind is still in the past with this details. Someone is trying to ignore the details of this, hoping that it's going to change. This is, you know, you're going to have to do this. Making a choice. Someone is trying to make a decision. Okay. They are worried about hurting people. They're worried about money, the practical element. There's a lot of illusions here, okay, that are being projected onto this energy. All right, guys, so you're going to have to use discernment. Check the information at hand. All right, best of luck. Hope that helps. Okay, so let's go into Taurus now. I want to do... Yeah, let's do this one for Taurus. Oh. Right, show me Taurus's energy, please, now, between now and the next, however long, between now and the next video. depending on how well this video does. And if your feedback says, no, I prefer the old way, then we'll go back to that, right? Because I'll ask you again, but I mean, let's see what message. If all the messages are varied, then we'll keep doing it. If it's all the same messages, then I'm going to have to rethink it, because no one's going to sit and want to deal with that. So, right, Taurus energy, please, for now, between now and the next. Ah, wow. One more card, energy, please, Spirit. Wow. Wow, this is amazing. We've got self-love here. We've got self-love, and we've got boundaries and the unexpected. Wow, I'm hearing you're being broken out of your own mold that you've set for yourself, or someone else has set for you. But to do that, it has to involve self-love. 6th of December could be important. 12th of June could be important. 12th of October could be important. The 6th of October could be important. The 10th of December could be important. The 10th of June could be important, as is the 17th with December, June and October. I'm also seeing a lot of Capricorn energy here. I'm seeing Gemini, Sagittarius as well. There's a lot about blue, the colour blue as well here. Someone is trying to project an illusion into making you feel stuck when you're not, is how I'm saying it, how I want to say it. You feel like someone wants you to believe you don't have the power to do something, but you do. Someone wants you to believe that this isn't going to work for you, but it is. Solar plexus is going to be important here. Your dream state is going to reveal a lot to you as well. There's something about your dreams that is going to be really significant as well here. And also illusions. Neptune is significant. Pisces season could have been significant. And or Pisces season next year. Albert is what I'm hearing as well. Albie. Show me more about this one, please. What about this one? Wow. This is... Do you dare to be different? That's what I'm hearing. Do you dare to be different? Someone's will and resilience has created... It's like... Okay, this is how I want to say it. Someone had to fight through something, right? And someone's done that, but it's created a boundary around them, which now has to come down a little bit for them to understand and be a bit more nurturing with the self, and then to bring that out, because that is all going to be needing to be integrated. Not just the strength and the resilience, but the love, the nurturing energy, because that's how creation is made, right? Two elements, two or more elements. So the emotions need to be recalibrated for this next stage. But when you do that, there is an unexpected surprise, is what I'm hearing. Something unexpected will happen if you keep going with this. If you can keep going with this, you're going to have, yeah, we've got protection and beauty. So you guys are divinely protected, but you got to find a way to nourish the self. And if you can't do that, keep going with it, because that's the reoccurring theme, is nourishing the self. Finding home within the self is what I'm hearing. All right, just keep, yeah, finding home within the self there. All right, Taurus, so that was your read. Okay, let's see. I was going to go with Gemini for those cards, but I feel like... No, I'm going to go with these. I want to go with these for Gemini for some reason. Right, Gemini's read, please, angels. Gemini, please, for YouTube. Gemini. Gemini, please. Gemini. Show me Gemini, please, Spirit. Messages for Gemini. Okay. Someone has falsely misjudged you recently because they don't know you. And the reason for that is because you are worried about how you're being perceived. And so sometimes you wear a mask because sometimes it's a bit overwhelming for you to be yourself. The reason why this person's misjudged you is because they are also wearing a mask. So they're projecting what they do onto you. And because of the fact that you're also wearing a mask, you guys are mirroring each other. Doesn't have to be lovers, could be co-workers, friends, family. Someone has fallen out with a loved one as well. Could be that this is an argument with a family member or friend and you're fed up with it because they keep misunderstanding you, misinterpreting, creating a problem, creating drama. It's because you guys are on very similar levels in certain ways, and it's like they're trying to show you through this other person what you need to know that's going to help you correct this. Someone is not meeting another person's need for love because they're not meeting their own need for love, right? And then it's being projected on. If you long for more love, be more loving. So if you want to see the change here, be the change. It's a conditional type of love that's been given here as well. It's like, well, if they're not going to do it, then I'm not going to do it. And it's like, that's not really the attitude to have, is what Spirit is saying. And it's like, if they don't understand you, maybe they don't feel understood. It's like, there's a tit for tat going on here. There's a vice versa going on here. We've got new love. So this is either a new cycle or new love coming in. The only thing that is real is love is in the reverse. Someone is doubting this connection. This could be twin flame energy. Could be mirrored souls. You're limitless. And that's in the reverse. Someone is doubting. Someone's two in their head here. And their wounds are being projected and they don't want to see it in the other person. But what they're seeing is what they're living in. Actions speak loudly in the reverse. Express your love through actions. So either you're sat there going, well, I'm not doing it if they're not doing it. But it's like someone has to show how they feel. Or someone will be showing you how they feel. Or you start doubting it because you think, well, they're not showing me how they feel, so this can't be spiritual connection. Show me more of that, please. You need to be willing to express love to receive it back. So if you're looking for something in this situation, be prepared to give it in order to receive it. Receive with love and appreciation and act as if your partner is here. Someone's angry about that as well. Someone's angry about not being considered, or relationship patterns. We're in a loop here that someone isn't recognizing. And someone doesn't want to acknowledge change, but you do. They're asking you to have patience. There is a new cycle coming, but it's going to require some patience before that can happen. So just bear with it and start understanding this a little bit more. Like, okay, well, I don't like this aspect, so what am I doing that could also contribute to that? Because actually that could help you, and then it will help you understand why this is happening, and it will break you out of that routine, if that makes sense. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to go to Cancer now. Cancer energy, please, Spirit. Cancer. Cancer, please. Between now and the next set of reads. Cancer energy, Spirit. What else? What do we need to see and tell for Cancer? What is Cancer's message? Cancer energy. Between now and the next set of messages, if we do it again. Right, someone is needing to step into a leadership role within their friend group, family group, co-workers, but someone doesn't want to do it because they're scared of change, and their inner peace they're worried about their inner peace being affected. They're worried about their inner peace being affected. Okay, show me more for Cancer. Show me more. Show me more for Cancer energy, please. Wow. You are being asked to step into this because you've got blessings and wonder. So if you do decide that you might be a fixed sign, so Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. So you may have that as part of your big three, and then maybe you've got a Cancer moon or Cancer ascendant, possibly. We've got blessings and wonders, right? So if you acknowledge this change and step into a leadership role within your community, your workplace, wherever, there is a blessing here. You know as well that this is going to come at a price. Maybe you're relaxing. It's like at the moment you're settling a little bit because you're like, okay, well, I'm doing this at my own pace, so I'm just going to stay here and hope that I'm okay. But Spirit's like, that's not how it works. You guys have to step into this, right? But it's like you're perceiving it as though if you step into it, it's going to be a nightmare. But if you're in alignment and you're hit where you need to be, it won't be, because you'll be in a flow, because that's where your natural alignment is. The reason it's so hard now is because you're not in a natural alignment. You're out of alignment, which is why things feel very heavy. So as soon as you go into this new path and this leadership, it's like it's going to come naturally to you, but someone doesn't want to acknowledge that because it's like they're in their head about it, is how I want to say it. Diligence, courage in the reverse. Someone is avoiding an opportunity because of lack of courage. We've also got taking a bird's eye view. Take a bird's eye view of the situation. Use diligence. Use hard work. Understand what is really going on here. I did say 3 cards, but I'm pulling about 100 now. There is so much potential with this, right? But it's like someone doesn't know what's going to fulfill them. Someone hasn't made their mind up about what is going to actually truly fulfill them. And that's because they may not be seeing this properly yet. They may not be in that energy of being able to see this as clearly as maybe they could be. Okay, last card for Cancer. We've got love. Okay, maybe this is about a love situation that, you have to... You're stepping into that, and so this is also creating change in other areas. And so you're starting to second guess everything now. We've got wisdom. We've got standstill as well. So you guys, you're going to need to, rather than rushing 1,000 miles an hour, just take stock and understand what is really going on. Take some time out. Rather than having people projecting onto you, take some time to understand what is really going on here, because it's like someone has a choice. It's like, do I want to really be anyone special, or do I think that I'm not really that good, so I'm just going to stay where I am? Because I think that's the energy. It's like, I don't really think I'm very good. And because I don't think I'm very good, I'm just going to stay where I am, because then I know that this is my comfort zone. I feel like Spirit's like, yeah, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. There needs to be more flexibility here. And when there is, there's a miracle, all right? But go into the stillness. So the swan, very significant here. You could have a twin flame energy, or there could be someone mirroring this energy in you. The moment you go into that stillness, it will be very obvious what you need to do, all right? And obvious about your fulfillment, okay? And also understanding your potential, because that is what this is linked to. But someone doesn't want to see their potential. It scares them. Their potential scares them, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so let's go to Leo and let's do the... let's do this deck for Leo. Right, show me Leo now. Leo energy here, please, now for this next read. Between now and the next set of reads, if we do this again, show me Leo energy. What does the Leos need to know here? What do the Leos need to understand? Show me Leo energy. Show me Leo. Okay, Leos, let's see what's coming up for you. Wow. Do you know, Leo, I love you guys. I always love Leo readings because I'm like, wow. 5th house, Leo. Wow. You've got a massive awakening coming up here. If you haven't already had it, you're about to. Wow. We've got a lot of Pleiades energy here. If you're a star seed, you relate to that energy. Hadrian energy. Wow. You could have decisions, choices. You could have Gemini elements in your chart. You could have Libra energy in your chart. We've also got Scorpio and or Aries Mars energy here. Look at the bigger picture. You need to look at the bigger picture here now. If there's a conflict or indecisiveness over a situation, someone is determined to defend. This sounds like me. Someone is determined to defend their boundaries here. Show me more, please, with this energy, please, Spirit. For Leo. Show me more. Wow. You don't need to know it all right now. And sometimes these things need to take a while to birth. Someone's got the weight of the world on them, or they don't want to have... It's like someone is about to step into some really high vibrational energy right now. And there could be a doubt around that and whether or not they should do it. You've got backing from the universe, though. Someone is doubting their path. Someone is really doubting their path. Don't doubt it. This is a crucial time for you guys. Don't doubt it now. The faith is going to be so important between now and Sagittarius season. So the end of November, you guys, it's going to be super important. Wow. Show me more for Leo. Show me more, please. Wow. We've got empathic starseed. You're being propelled into there's a huge upgrade here. There's a lot of mirrored energy. Using discernment as to what is your... It's like if you're around people who are confused, you need to be very careful about what you're taking on with that energy. Yeah, soul gifts and training. It's like someone is trying to talk themselves out of being a starseed. Someone has got a lot of very high vibrational energy here but doesn't want to acknowledge it because they're scared of the judgment. But someone is a very high vibrational starseed that's watching this that is probably terrified of... You're probably watching this thinking, I'm just going to disprove this female. Let me watch this and disprove that everything she's saying is rubbish. But someone is watching this here that is ignoring their calling because they're staying in a path that doesn't serve them. And you're being asked to disconnect from that. But there's also anger. It's like someone's angry about being who they are. Because it's like, I don't want to be who I am. But it's like you're being called to step into that now. Show me what else, please. For this message. I want to keep reading this. Oh-ha. Okay, well, I mean, we've just quantum leaped here with Starkeeper. Cosmic ancestors seed the light by staying grounded. You're going to need to stay grounded into this, right? So maybe that's why you haven't... You could be getting upgrades, which is going to be allowing you to channel some very high vibrational energy. And you're going to need to balance that grounded energy, right? For others of you, you don't want to step into this spiritual energy because you're worried about how it's going to look or it's not going to ground you. And you need to balance it, is what I'm saying. But there's more to this message. You could be talking... Okay, we've got a lot of light language now. I'm seeing geographics. Wow, okay. Someone is very technically minded that is about to integrate their true nature of self, their soul, into what they're here to do on this. It's like if you're an engineer, you've got a lot of high vibrational energy coming to you. You're about to start demonstrating that into the wider community, the wider world. but it's like someone's in doubt whether or not to do it. Someone's also thinking about writing a book. This is, look at these portals. This is a portal energy. This is about the solar eclipse on the 23rd, 25th. The 25th of October, where the solar eclipse is, obviously Leo energy is about the sun, right? The solar eclipse is going, I mean, the eclipse season we know is about opening doors, right? But this is a portal for you guys. You're going to start channeling some crazy stuff around the 25th. There's a lot of energy coming around that point, and you're going to have two directions to go in, either as a messenger in some way or something even higher. But you're being called to do more in the universe, the cosmos, and your dreams and or downloads for the 25th of October is going to be nuts, is how I want to say it. But the run up to that as well. Show me why you're not giving me this later. Is it because we're not going to do this again? Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. So this has to be a priority between now and then. So to get into the energy and alignment between now and the 25th, the message here is to get into alignment by resting, by treating yourself with tenderness, tending to your body, looking after your body, and nourishing yourself. Okay, water your garden here. Okay. And again, to birth something, the environment has to be right, doesn't it? So this is what they're preparing you to do. Anything else between now and 25th? Yeah. So if you're feeling like you're being put into a really low position, you're meant to be. Because it's like you're being prepared. It's like, you know when you... Here we go. Thanks, Baba. My dad's coming through with the freaking farming references again. When you're planting a seed... I was like, what is with these? When you're planting a seed, the environment has to be perfect, doesn't it? I mean, essentially. Water, pH levels, the time of the year, right? Everything has to be exact. This is being birthed, okay? And if you're not in alignment, it won't be, is how I want to say it. Okay, so pay attention is the way I want to say that, Leos. All right, just don't be fooled into something. Don't be fooled into something and then thinking, oh my goodness, why have I missed out on that? There is something really significant about those dates that is you're gonna need to understand this. All right. Okay, Virgos, let's have a look. Okay. Right, so someone needs to come out of their comfort zone. Someone is not surrendering to the divine. You're about to receive more answers and you need a practical plan here. Someone is ignoring the... We got Cancer. We got Taurus, Gemini. The full moon is going to be significant. Someone's going through karma at the moment. Because they didn't listen is what I'm hearing. Okay? Work through your fears. Scorpio. What else? Yeah. I'm hearing a new job. Someone needs to meditate as well. Someone also needs to meditate. But someone's going to get some kind of upgrade in their job. I'm hearing pay increase. For their, it's like the job they're in, they're getting, what's it called? A promotion. And I don't know why, but it's got something to do with finances. So if you work in the financial industry, you could be getting a job promotion or upgrade in pay. Someone is also trying to figure out their finances as well. Someone is worried about people around them. Someone's worried about their family as well. Like Virgo, what else? Yeah, there's a personal issue here that's needing to be addressed as well. Show me what else, please, for this energy. Yeah. So there's a tough cycle that's about to come sort of through, basically. Someone's about to come through to that past that tough cycle here. Someone's been suffering with money as well. But someone is overly optimistic about something, but they don't have a plan to achieve it. So Spirit is asking you to have a look at that. Last few messages. Okay, well that's a lot of cards. You need to meditate. Someone needs to desperately meditate here. Someone is letting pride get in their way. And it's like someone is not seeing something clearly here at all. Yeah. Someone doesn't want to let go of something. Okay, let's see. Last messages here. Someone is running headfirst into the wrong goal, is how I want to say it. It's like they're not understanding why they're in the position they're in. And they're hoping that if they just keep doing certain things, that it will help them. When I don't know if it will, personally. That's not for everybody, though. That's all very singular message. Okay. Wow. Okay, you guys need to be careful because I feel like there's a bit of an argument here. Someone's going to sit and expect a certain bit of information to come, and it's not going to come, and that's going to offend somebody. And there's a potential for an argument here because of that. Someone's expecting something. Yeah, someone's pride is blocking this here. Someone's pride, it's like someone wants to hear something and they're not going to hear it. It's going to create an argument. And then within that argument, it's going to affect somebody's ego. And then there's going to be a bit of a fallout. But there's someone's pride is getting in the way here with this. And they're asking you to heal with this now, rather than keep going with it. Yeah, look, nothing will come of the situation. So if you're sat banging your head against the wall, yeah, someone's got a lot of high emotions, but it's being directed into the wrong thing here. Okay, nothing's going to come of the situation with that. This feels like a love situation. Right, let's move that message to one side. Anything else for the Virgos, please? Wow. Yeah. Someone is going to be forced to step out of their comfort zone as well. They're going to have to. It's like Spirit is maneuvering them to understand a message here now. Yep. You're going to get a very clear answer to this, and it's probably not going to be a yes. It's going to be a no. All right. Let's see. Yeah. And that's it for Virgo. Let's see. I'm going to go with Libra, and I'm going to go with this deck for Libra. Right, Libras. Let's see for the Libras now. Show me for Libra, please. What do the Libras need to know? What do the Libra need to know here? Show me the Libra energy, please. What do Libras need to know? Libra. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got a kingdom here for Libra, where someone is following or trying to follow on their path or their journey a divine plan to birth something that is destined. This is very North Node energy. This is like something that was written, probably Akashic Records written, destined outcome. But they're having to navigate their journey in a certain way based on the environment. Could be because of finances, could be because of people. Show me more. But there is some, yeah. Someone is focusing on their craft, is how I want to say it. It's like there's a codependent energy here that is being bridged. So it's like they're working towards this, being this person but they're trying to hold on to a lot of old things because it gives them what they think is stability. This is somebody who's working on taking their mask off and being in their true authentic self. And maybe people are not going to recognize that, and there is going to be a bit of disruption around this person stepping into that energy because this is what is right for them. But there's going to be people who don't understand that, and they're going to feel like they want to be disconnected from it or want to disconnect this individual. And that's going to trigger a healing or codependent healing, but with the individual that's moving out of this energy into what is truly meant for them. And it's going to heal some codependency wounds here. And it's going to birth this destined outcome. But there's going to be a bit of an argument when that happens because people aren't going to understand why someone's doing it. This is going to bring healing, though, to everybody. So the person that's removing the mask and stepping into their divine plan is going to be healing. The other people who have been very codependent on this person who's stepping into their authentic energy, it's also going to heal them, right? But there's going to be a bit of emotion with this here because they're stepping outside their comfort zone, and but this box is that someone's stepping outside the box. Okay. Yeah, so there's a mirror. They're seeing themselves clearly. And because they're seeing themselves clearly, they're going to step into that energy. Yeah, basically. Right, let's see. Anything else? Oh. This is really lovely energy. They're doing it. I'm going to cry. They're doing it to make themselves feel like they're doing it because they have to do it this way. Because they want to... I'm going to cry. This is really cute energy. It's like they know that they have to do it a certain way because it has to be right for them so that they can feel like they're worthy of this next stage. Ready for their person. Because it all is one and the same thing. It's all one and the same thing, all right? And they're doing it a certain way to prove to themselves, but also other people, that this is what is for them. But they're doing it a very specific way, right? Because they have, again, it's been written. That's how I want to say it. This has been written. Someone is not going to be happy with that, though. All right, because where that is, it's also bringing them into an alignment with something that maybe people are not happy about. Because again, it's triggering within them. And because it's triggering within them, they're blaming this external factor or party rather than doing the healing. So there's a little bit of conflict here. This is very star-crossed lovers vibe I'm getting here. But also this is about people stepping into their destiny. We've also got somebody that is actually potentially even getting a new mentor. Maybe they're getting new guides. It's like someone is going through a heart awakening, though, and is stepping out of their comfort zone to really align themselves with something that is for them. And it's actually very beautiful, to be honest with you. But this is their path. Yeah. Wow. This is about commitment to the self, first of all. And then once there's a commitment to the self that has been built, there's a commitment to the other people in their life, right? So someone is trying to put themselves, you know, into an alignment here. Yeah, there's something destined here with a partnership as well for this energy. This is also about legacy, building for a legacy. Someone is trying to do something right, the right way. And then there's people who are needing healing and don't quite understand that. And so there's a little bit of friction with how this person's doing things. Okay. We've also got, yeah, somebody here who doesn't want to acknowledge that they're not a part of that. And that we've got this person's connected to the underworld. Yeah. Wow. And this is the thing, it's because there's a jealousy about what's to come next. And actually, this is about healing for everyone involved. This is going to bring healing for everybody, all right? If they're in the right energy. And if they take that opportunity, it will bring healing. And it will be exactly as Spirit intended it to be. Which is for everybody to gain something and learn something from it. Okay, let's have a look, please. For Scorpio now. Scorpio Energy. Show me Scorpio, please. For this next read on YouTube, what is the Scorpio energy here? Happy birthday, by the way, guys. If you're about to go into Scorpio season. And Libra, if you've just had a birthday, happy birthday. Ooh. Okay, so we've got somebody who needs to reframe what they want. Because they're trying to get it, but it's not for them. Okay? You need to expand your horizons and then you will gain something from this. You need to ask for help. Someone's not asking for help and they're not listening to their intuition here either. Show me more for Scorpio. Surrender. Someone is trying to force a situation that isn't for them. Ground. You need to ground your energy here. It's interesting. I'm getting a mountain goat that's going up a mountain. And you know how those mountain goats can like traverse these like ridiculous, like the steepness of these kind of mountains where these goats are is just insane. Someone is happy to walk up and traverse this mountain but can't even be grounded properly when they're doing it. They're missing some vital basic steps is how I want to say it. Someone is not connected to source here. It's like someone's just got in their head like, I'm just going to go this way. And Spirit's like, no, you need to heal. And they're like, I don't care. I'm going to go this way anyway. And so Spirit's like, okay. I mean, you're going to waste your time and you're going to have to heal anyway. But okay then. Yeah, you need to clear your energy here. This is about a lack of self-love. Someone is not loving the self. So they're wounded and they're going up. They're trying to look for love in all the wrong places is how I want to say it. This is a very wounded energy as well, whoever I'm reading for here. Right, let's have a look. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like someone's going after the wrong things here. Right, show me more Scorpio messages now. What is the other Scorpio messages here, please? Wow. Okay, someone needs to have more faith, more gratitude, and that will help them link to their inner power, which will also create divine abundance. I want to get some... I don't know why, but I'm picking up a female energy that could have had an argument with a sibling or mother. I think I need to go to the tarot with this one. Let me go to the tarot for you, the rest of you guys. I want to get some more messages here because I feel like the Scorpio one needs to get a bit more. Right, show me Scorpio's messages, please. For Scorpio on YouTube, show me Scorpio's messages. There's a success coming here. Someone is going to, okay, someone is going to walk away. It could be a job that someone's walking out of to go into something else. There's an avoidance of healing and self-love. Yes, someone doesn't want to let go of a situation, but when they do, they're going to have a success with this. Right, show me other Scorpio messages, please. Yeah. Someone is also not wanting to acknowledge that a situation or a relationship has ended. Right, other messages now for Scorpio. What are the other messages for Scorpio? What is the other general messages for Scorpio, please? And can you just remove any projections of anyone sending energy to the cards to sort of try and throw the reading off, rather than a collective read to an individual one? Thank you. Okay. Someone is too focused on what they think they're right. Okay, this is a mindset thing. Someone is so focused on what they think is a loss, but what they're losing is themselves doing this, and it was always going to be a loss, but they don't want to acknowledge that truth. They just want to keep arguing and fighting and creating chaos for some unknown reason. And they're talking themselves out of a future here. What else? What else, please? Yeah. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm just going to avoid that message, but this is somebody trying to do spell work to get what they want. If you're watching this channel and you do spell work, this is not the channel for you. This is just really not the channel for you. If you're saying why, it's not for you. Okay, you're trying to, this is somebody trying to do a love spell on somebody, and it's not going to work, from what I'm saying. So this is because they feel like they're in a lack. And so they're trying to pull anybody they can into that energy. But the problem with that is it's like creating a lot of conflict deliberately. But then they're projecting it out. And actually, if they were to heal, because this person's avoiding their healing. And because they're avoiding their healing, there's no resolution. And that's the truth right there. They have to heal. That's the answer. Do the healing. Scorpios, you've got to do your healing. Right. Otherwise, it won't change what you're doing here. Right, let's do Saggies now. Okay. Right, Sag. Sagittarius vibe. Let's have a look. Saggies. So, Sagittarius, please, Spirit, for YouTube. Sagittarius energy for YouTube. Show me. What about Sagittarius is here? What messages are coming through for the Sagittariuses? We're getting repeat messages now. This is why I didn't do as many astrological ones before, because I was getting so many repeat messages. Right. Someone doesn't want to acknowledge that a situation is over. And there is a storm warning coming here because of money. This is about money and romance. All right. What else? Oh, Lord. Right, let's clear this energy, get a new deck. Because this is the same energy from the last message, which we don't want to keep repeating the same messages. So, let's go to Sagittarius, please. Sagittarius energy for YouTube, Spirit. Can you show me some Sagittarius energy? Clear this energy a bit here. By the way, guys, apologies if you're wearing earphones. I do apologise. I should have warned you there. Clear the energy, please. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, Sagittarius. That's better. I can feel this now. Right. Okay, Sagittarius. Someone's in a very dense energy. Right, Sagittarius, please, Spirit. What is the messages for Sagittariuses? Sagittarius energy, please. Wow. Someone's debating whether or not to leave a situation behind and move on. Someone is thinking about leaving a situation behind. Show me more for Sagittarius, please. Right, let me pick another deck, because we're getting somebody trying to project their energy onto these decks again. Right, one sec. am I going to go with here for Sagittarius? Let's go with this deck. Sagittarius, please. Show me for Sagittarius. Sagittarius energy, please. Wow. Someone could be doing a really hard job that they don't know if they can keep going with it. Or someone's in a situation that they're providing a lot of service to other people or support to other people, but it's like they know that this is not for them. You're being called into another path, but it's bittersweet because you're going to have to release something before you go into this new path. But this is destined. This is a destined outcome here. But it's like, oh, either that or you've just lost a relative and there's a lot of, everything's up in the air at the moment and you don't know how to deal with it. This could be also about an inheritance as well. You're going to get some more information coming in around the next 3 or 6. So 3 days, 6 days, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months. About this particular issue, especially if it relates to money or some money going missing. Yeah, you're going to get some good news after some kind of block or hold, or there's a halt in the situation. It's like there's something's going to start moving. Show me more about this, please. But there's something you might have to do first. There's also gossip here that's going around that is going to also create more issue. Someone is due to do something, but there's an energy that's trying to counterbalance that, to disrupt it. They're asking you to have patience. It's helping your growth, okay? That's how you got to look at this. Don't take it personally. Easier said than done. But there's an impatience here. This is about an alignment of a soulmate. Okay? Someone has to do something first in order for this to happen. There's a lot of argument over a destined outcome. Right, what else for Sagittarius, please? Show me Sagittarius is. Angels. You could be isolated in order to go through this, but it's also going to help you upgrade. You could be put into more of an isolation energy because it's going to help you upgrade, is how I want to say it. This is actually helping you, to be fair, because you're actually going to be, this is ironic, this is actually going to help you get to where you need to go. Someone is putting somebody in an isolation energy, but that's actually going to help them, ironically. And that, by that acknowledgement happening, it's going to complete a cycle. This is, you guys, with Sagittarius, we know how luck is on your side, right, with Jupiter. But this is also calling for you to have faith about your destiny and about what you're here to do. Okay, show me what this release is with service. Why do they keep referring to release? So it could be that you're coming up against a problem with your destiny because people, the naysayers, have got an issue with it. So we've got insecurity and forgiveness. Don't take it personally what this is about. Don't take it on board as your own issue when it sounds like it's somebody else's. But once you forgive this and build your own security around that issue, there is a recovery here, and it will actually really, I mean, look, it's done then. Someone is trying to put you into a 5 of coins scenario so you don't have abundance. But actually what they don't realise is it's like they say, oh, you know, I buried this person, ha ha ha, and it's like, yeah, you didn't know I was a seed and I grew. You know, it's the same energy. Someone is doing something because they think it's going to benefit something or them. But what they're doing is they're actually helping the other person. They don't realise it. It's like they're trying to put some, yeah. Someone wants to make someone feel guilt, which is not theirs to take on board. Someone wants to make someone feel like it's their issue, that they should feel guilty about it, but it isn't. Okay? It's not your issue. Okay? Keep going on your own path. If that's what people want to do, let them do it. Because guess what? If you're being isolated from that kind of toxic energy, it's going to do you a favour, isn't it? I mean, basically. Because then you don't have to worry about that. If you're not around it, you're not going to need to deal with it. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. So this is people's wounds here. This is people's wounds that they're trying to push onto other people. They feel guilty about what they're doing, and so they want to push it onto other people. Have faith, okay? This is your destiny. So, like I said, what is meant for you will always be for you. Let them deal with it. It's their issue, okay? So if there's people projecting things, let them deal with it. It's not your problem. Not your issue. Okay, so we've got Capricorn. Let me see what I'm going to use for the Cappies. Let's go. I'm going to have to use this deck, I think. I don't want to use a tarot deck, though. To be honest. To be 100% honest. Yeah, let's go with this for Capricorn. Okay. Spirit, what can you tell me, please? Capricorn energy for this next set of reads. Capricorn energy, please. For the next set of readings, what can you tell me about Capricorn's energy? Oh, wow, guys. Someone's overdoing the... that's a heck of a lot of energy that I'm picking up there. Guys, someone needs to cleanse their space badly. And I'm not saying like... I'm saying it in a way where there's a lot of addictive behavioural patterns that someone is not acknowledging. Someone's trying to ignore the addictive energy. Be honest with yourself here. Be honest with yourself. You guys have got a decision to make, right? Which you're not wanting to acknowledge. You're not seeing this because you don't want to see it, is how I'm hearing it. Okay? You're probably going to hate me for saying this. I'm just going to say that as well. Because I feel like whoever's listening to this right now is like, go on then. What else are you going to say? You're not going to like what I'm going to say. Because you don't want to hear it, is how I want to, yeah. This is about... Right, first of all, you need to trust this next bit of information because I feel like someone's already getting a bit defensive, right? The second thing is somebody is blocking their abundance because of how they're viewing something, okay? Whenever you're trying to manifest, if you're undecided, you might as well not bother because how on earth can you manifest if you don't know what you're manifesting and you don't know the reality? You know, or you're so dependent on it that you can't let it come naturally, right? We've also got imagination in the reverse. So someone is not using this creative, abundant energy. So there's a sacral chakra imbalance, which would totally back up this addictive energy pattern. So someone's sacral chakra is thrown off. And because it's thrown off, there's a lack of imagination. There's a lack of emotional balance. But also because of that, there's a lack of abundance. We've also got envy in the reverse. So there's a jealous element to this. Someone doesn't want another person to receive their abundance. And or someone is trying to block your abundance and therefore it's having an effect on you. But if you're being 1000% honest with yourself, this could be you're in that energy and you're projecting it onto maybe somebody else. Or that's happened to you. Loneliness in the reverse. Someone needs a bit... This is somebody who may need some mental health help. Someone is suffering from guilt and doesn't want to deal with it. Okay? Someone doesn't want to know how... Doesn't understand how to deal with their emotions very well. We've got success here, but somebody doesn't want to acknowledge their own... This is inner child healing and wounds that is being presented through addictive behaviour patterns. someone needs to acknowledge this healing, right? Someone is in a heck of an energy here, but it's throwing everything else off. What else, please? Capricorn. Yeah, there's no love here. They're not happy. Someone's not happy. They're not, and they're also, they don't want to ignore, yeah, this is like, they don't want to acknowledge the reality to something because it's too hard for them to see it. What else? This is a really strong, lonely energy that someone feels. That's because you're not connected to your inner child, which is why this is happening. Okay, and so you're seeking external, like, you're feeling good externally by sort of, you know, addictive behavior patterns, and it's only temporarily fixing the problem, and then the loneliness is still there. You need to heal. And the reason you're feeling not great is, whoever this is for, is because you're using the same patterns of behavior to try and put a band-aid on a problem, but you need to do the healing. There's a lack of balance here. Okay, this person could have gone through a lot with the adversity, but doesn't want to balance things out. They don't want to heal. And this is now being demonstrated in quite a negative pattern. So just, if that's somebody around you, just be aware that they are probably having a bit of a hard time and they're going to need to do healing. All right. This is someone with addictive behavior patterns and a disconnection from the inner child. Okay, Aquarius. Let's see for Aquarius now. Aquarius, please. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Wow. Someone is going through some karma here with spiritual growth and learning experience. Someone is having an awakening is what I'm hearing. Someone's having an awakening in divine timing. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, someone's going through it. Right, let me pick these cards out again. Show me for Aquarius, please. What else for Aquarius? Okay, whatever you're going through right now, there's a big transformational energy. If you don't know about the butterfly effect, have a look into that. Trust. Okay, this is going to call for trust. This situation calls for trust, okay? We've also got healing chaos in the reverse. Someone is internally dealing with a lot of things, and then it's being projected absolutely everywhere, and it's creating a lot of chaos, basically. Someone doesn't want to accept the truth behind a situation. Someone doesn't want to accept the truth behind a situation. Why? Because that is mirroring what they have to do. And they don't want to accept what they have to do because it means they have to be honest with themselves, and they're not used to doing that. We've got forgiveness in the reverse. Someone doesn't want to forgive somebody. And so because of that, they're in this chaotic energy and it's being projected everywhere. Let's have a look. What else, please, for Aquarius? What else for Aquarius, please? Anything else? You guys are about to go through a gateway to understand a deeper understanding about what the reality is here. All right? But it's all dependent on how you see the situation. You're going to have to lead this. Show me. Yeah. I don't think... Yeah, someone doesn't want to do it. If you went through this and healed, the potential was massive, right? But we've got voyage and freedom in the reverse. Someone doesn't want to do it. Someone doesn't want to do their healing because it means that they've got to do the work. So they're waiting for other opportunities because for them it's easier. This is what they're used to going through. Right, show me here what else for Aquarius. Okay, they want to keep that. Wisdom, gateway. There's an acceleration coming in here with this. This could be the lunar eclipse that they're talking about. What else for gateway and wisdom here? For some of you, when you learn this or when this is becoming obvious, there is a miracle here and blessings that are going to come in for you. But let's see what else. I want to pull some more for Aquarius. What else for Aquarius? What are the other messages for Aquarius, please? Show me the... Someone is going through a loss here. Okay, could be right now that you're going through that loss. All right. Tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts right now. Okay, show me what else about this grief. What is going on with this grief? Inner child, yeah. So it's confirming what I said earlier with the inner child energy. Someone is being shown by spirit that this is not the right way, and they're fighting it. And because they're fighting it, it's becoming even more obvious, the inner child, that it's not the right way. And that's creating more problems, which is then they're doing the same thing to try and make themselves feel better. But then that's not helping either. And it's creating grief. This is about a loss from a long time ago this person's never dealt with. And it's coming up. Someone is triggering inner child wounds. This is somebody who's got abandonment wounds where it's being triggered in a major, major, major way. Like to the point where they are going to lash out and take that energy out on somebody else because they think they don't know how to process it. This is somebody operating from a wounded inner child perspective that can't maintain or manage their emotions. And so, but this exact moment, whatever's going on, it's designed to actually heal them, but they're running away from it. They can't handle it. It could be that they're starting to feel an awakening and it's taking them by surprise, is how I want to say it. And or they're lacking that, they're trying to run from that, and because they're running from it, it's like it's really triggering that inner child wound even more. And you're being asked to go within the flow element here and heal this, because it's going to be needed. This is basically completely determined and guaranteed to happen. So it's like someone's running away from themselves here. We've also got letting go. But someone needs to let go of control, basically. And that's why this inner child wound is coming up to be triggered. But this is about an awakening. Someone's having an awakening here. And they don't want it. Valid. They don't want this awakening. They don't want the awakening here. They also know intuitively that there is a right decision or a right action to take, but they don't want to take that. They don't want to make that decision. Because again, it's fear. Yeah. They want to control the situation. This is about ego. Anything else for Aquarius before we go to Pisces? Yeah. So this is about understanding your inner power and having faith to get through this. This is your inner child wounds here that are coming up to be healed once and for all. This has been avoided possibly 2 or 3 years. Could even be longer, 2 or 3, decades it could be. But there's a long time, this is a long time coming, and Spirit are trying to put someone into the right position to do this, but they're struggling to understand why they should do it. But it's coming up for a reason. Okay. Right, let's see. Let's see, Pisces. Where are we going to go for Pisces, Spirit? Right, first of all, I'm going to go here. Yeah, show me Pisces energy. What do the Pisces need to know? Show me Pisces energy. Show me Pisces. Wow. Right. Someone doesn't trust their own understanding of a situation. Someone's understanding something and then talking themselves out of it. Go, yeah, but I don't want to be made a fool out of, though. And it's like, no, you already had it first. It's just that you're now second guessing everything. And also, you're not seeing the bigger picture. Someone is too hyper-focused on individual details. They're trying to micromanage things. And so because of that, they're honed in on one element. And they're not seeing that there's a bigger picture at play here. And that's because there is an unacceptance of love. So whether or not that's within the self or somebody else, someone is not accepting a situation for what it is. So either they're talking themselves out of it, and saying like, well, that's because they don't love me, and so I'm not going to do this. But you're missing a trick here is what I'm hearing. Missing a trick here, Pisces. Don't throw it away because of not seeing the bigger picture just yet, all right? Celebrate the differences. This is really important. And laugh. Laugh a bit more. I get it. You want to take it seriously. Totally get you, all right? You guys, you know, you probably want, you know, fed up with having to sort of, you know, not take anything seriously and things not coming together. But if you're taking it seriously and someone else you think isn't, that's not because they don't love you. It's maybe a way of managing them, how they feel. Because it feels to me like they're a bit scared, and it's like it's deflection a little bit because it's a comfort zone. If they're more jokey about it, it feels to me like they can manage their emotions a bit better. Just be aware of that. Like, it's not as it seems is how I want to say it. Don't read it as though, oh, they don't care because they're not taking it seriously. They do. This is about expansion. So what they're doing is they're trying to get you guys in a position where you can understand everything so that your worlds are opening up, so that everything is fair and it's balanced and it's at the right time, basically. Everything's at the right time, the right space, the right time. Okay. Right, and we've got be gentle with yourself in the reverse. So someone needs to take a bit more care and understanding of themselves, but also other people. So maybe you're very hard on yourself and then you're very hard on other people too. Totally relate to that. And breakthrough in the reverse. So once you can relax a bit with this, it will come. All right, and open your heart. This is not about getting rejected or someone taking the mick, playing games. This is about being, this is about unconditional love to the self, but also others. Celebrating the differences in that. Okay, and trust that there's a reason that this is happening. Don't just assume that it's like because someone's taking the absolute freaking, you know, PISS. Right, let's have a look. What else, please, Pisces? Right, what else, Pisces, please? Show me more. Pisces, please. Pisces. Your dreams are trying to show you this too. You may have been channeling dreams and you woke up and thought, nah. I think that someone's trying to plant that in my dream because then they're trying to play me, and it's like, no, this is actually spirit. But I understand the concept, and also have courage. Like, someone's not trying to play you here. Someone feels like they're being played. And again, this is about healing. Let your emotions flow. This is actually going to help you adapt. Okay, this is not, it doesn't need to be, I get it, you want to defend yourself, but Spirit is trying to show you here. Okay, we've got heed the messengers, but also see the signs. So you've got double confirmation that you're being told and shown here that this is, you're seeing this in one way, but maybe Spirit want you to kind of look at it in another way. And it says, know your fear, because this is a fear that's being fed into here. And then you're kind of it's a little bit of projection, which is then creating a bit of an issue in the situation. Let your emotions flow. Do some healing, emotional healing. Connect with your heart center a bit more. If you haven't already, I'm sure you have. But all right, guys, that was your read. I hope that helped. Leave in the comments if you prefer me to go back to the original way. If you want me to do this one kind of set of readings, and then also the normal reads, you know, bit of the old and the new. Let me know how you want to do it, and if it benefited you, and if someone doesn't mind, you know, pinning the timings, I would appreciate that. And if you don't want to, I totally understand you. All right, guys, best of luck. Thank you so much for all your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions. It means a lot to me. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye.